The rain sounds like bullets against the windows. Domenico's hands shake over the keyboard, fingers hovering above keys that might as well be landmines. The screen glows red, angry, unforgiving, screaming system failure in letters that burn his retinas. 3 in the morning. Empty office. Just him and the hum of machines that used to feel like power back when he controlled networks worth millions, back when his silence made grown men sweat. Now, he can't even fix a basic security protocol without triggering alarms. The error code blinks. He reads it again. His chest tightens. This isn't just a mistake, it's exposure. One wrong click and the false identity he's been hiding behind for 6 weeks disintegrates. Michael Torres, data technician, vanishes. Domenico Ardigliani, the ghost Chicago's underworld still whispers about, reappears. His cousin Rafe made sure of that. Made sure everyone knew the Ardigliani name meant nothing anymore except a warning about what happens when you trust family. Hi viewers, kindly tell us where you're watching from and what time it is. Domenico's jaw clenches. The building feels too quiet. 43 floors of steel and glass, and he's the only one breathing on this level. Or so he thinks. His reflection stares back from the darkened window. Hollow eyes, 3-day stubble. A man who used to wear $1,000 suits now wearing a wrinkled button-down from a clearance rack. He reaches for the mouse, hesitates. Behind him, a voice cuts through the silence like a knife through fabric. You look like you've been carrying something alone for too long. Domenico freezes. His pulse explodes. Nobody should be on this floor. Nobody. He didn't hear footsteps, didn't hear a door, didn't hear breathing. His hand instinctively moves toward his waistband where a gun used to live, but there's nothing there now. Just belt loops and the memory of who he used to be. He turns slowly. A woman stands 6 feet away, cleaning gloves in one hand, yellow and bright against the darkness. She's small, maybe 5'3", with her hair pulled back tight, wearing a janitor's uniform that's seen better days. Her name tag reads Marisol. Dark eyes that don't look away when he meets them. Not afraid, not intimidated. Just present, like she actually sees him, not the ghost he's trying to be or the monster he used to be. Just him. Domenico opens his mouth to tell her to leave, to mind her business, to forget she ever saw him. But nothing comes out, because nobody, not in months, not since the Empire collapsed, not since he became invisible, nobody has looked at him like that. Like he's human. Like his suffering matters. The red screen flashes behind him. The error message updates. New text appears. Unauthorized access detected. Security protocol initiated. His blood turns to ice. Marisol's eyes shift to the screen, then back to him. Her expression changes. Not fear exactly, but recognition. The kind of look someone gives when they realize the person in front of them is drowning and nobody else has noticed. She takes a step closer. I don't know what you're running from, she says quietly, her voice steady despite the alarm, now humming through the building's infrastructure. But whatever it is, you don't have to face it alone tonight. Domenico's throat constricts. 8 words from a stranger, and something inside him cracks open. Something he thought Rafe had killed when he stole everything. The money, the empire, the name, the respect. But this feeling, this warmth spreading through his chest despite the cold terror of exposure. This is something his cousin never touched. The screen behind him goes black. Then it reboots. White text appears, line by line, automated and merciless. Identity verification required. Biometric scan initiated. Facial recognition loading. Marisol sees it too. Her eyes widen. Is that? Domenico's burner phone vibrates in his pocket. Once, twice, 3 times. He pulls it out with shaking hands, already knowing, already feeling the news tighten. Unknown number. The message loads. You're running out of places to hide. Would Domenico trust the janitor who just witnessed his identity crisis, or would he run and leave her to face whatever's coming along? Domenico shoves the phone back in his pocket, but his hand won't stop shaking. Marisol's still standing there, 6 feet away, gloves in hand, eyes locked on the screen that's now scanning for his face like a hunter tracking prey. The building's HVAC system kicks on, a low mechanical growl that makes the silence feel heavier, more dangerous. "I should go," he says, but his voice sounds hollow even to himself. "Probably," Marisol agrees. She doesn't move. The facial recognition software loads. 60% complete. The camera embedded in the monitor activates. A tiny green light that might as well be a sniper's laser dot. Domenico knows what happens when this system matches his face to the database. Every security station in the building gets an alert. Every exit locks down. Every camera tracks his movement. And if Rafe's people have access to this building's network, which they do because Rafe owns half of downtown Chicago now, then they'll know exactly where to find him. 70%. Marisol steps forward, blocking the camera's view with her body. "What are you doing?" Domenico hisses. "Buying you time," she says simply. "Whatever that thing's looking for, it won't find it through me." 80%. His chest tightens. Nobody does this. Nobody puts themselves between a stranger and danger without a reason. Not in his world. Not in any world he's known. People protect themselves first. They calculate risk. They weigh benefit. They walk away when the cost gets too high. But Marisol's still standing there, shoulder-width stance, chin up, like she's decided his life is worth the inconvenience of staying. "You don't understand," Domenico says, his accent thickening the way it always does when fear claws at his control. "The people looking for me, they don't just hurt me. They hurt everyone near me. You need to." His burner phone vibrates again. The sound cuts through the office like a scream. Domenico pulls it out. Another message. Same unknown number. She saw the screen. His stomach drops. Marisol notices the shift in his expression. "What?" 90% complete. Domenico's mind races. They're watching. Somehow, they're watching right now. Cameras? Hack network? Someone in the building? His eyes scan the office. Glass walls, open floor plan, shadows that could hide anything. The rain hammers harder against the windows, distorting the city lights below into streaks of red and white. "We need to leave," he says, his voice sharp now. Command returning to his tone despite the 6 weeks of running. "Right now." "I don't. Now." The screen flashes green. 100%. Facial recognition failed. Secondary scan initiated. Relief floods through him for half a second before the next message arrives. "Tell the janitor we'll see her daughter soon." Marisol's phone, clipped to her belt, buzzes at the exact same moment. She looks down at it. Her face goes pale. "Ow!" she whispers, hands trembling as she reads whatever message just arrived. How do they know about Destiny? Domenico's entire body goes cold. Destiny, her daughter's name. They already know. They've already been watching her, not just him. This isn't coincidence. This isn't random surveillance. This is targeted, planned. Rafe's signature move. Find the weakness, exploit the innocence, make the message clear. Nobody escapes. Nobody helps those who run. Everyone pays. The lights in the hallway flicker once, twice, and they go out completely. Emergency lighting kicks in, dull red strips along the baseboards that turn the office into something from a nightmare. Marisol's breathing quickens. Domenico hears it, recognizes the sound of fear taking root. "Listen to me," he says, stepping closer, lowering his voice. "I'm going to get you out of here, but you have to trust me, and you have to move fast. Can you do that?" Marisol nods, but her eyes are still on her phone. "Destiny's at home with my mother," she says, voice cracking. "She has asthma. She needs her medication. If they go there, They won't." Domenico interrupts, though he's not sure that's true. "Not yet. They're sending a message first, testing to see how we react." "We?" Marisol looks up at him. "I just met you. I don't even know your real name." "Domenico." The word hangs between them. His real name, spoken aloud for the first time in 6 weeks. It feels like a confession, like surrender, like the first honest thing he's said since Rafe burned his life to the ground. The elevator dings. Both of them freeze. The sound echoes across the empty floor, mechanical and final. 14th floor. Same floor they're on. Domenico's pulse hammers in his ears. Nobody else should be here. The cleaning crew works the lower floors first. Security doesn't patrol this high until 4 a.m., which means whoever just arrived isn't here by accident. Marisol's hand finds his wrist. Her grip is strong, desperate. What do we do? Domenico's mind shifts into the mode he thought he'd lost, calculating exits, timing movements, reading patterns. The stairwell is 30 feet behind them. The elevator is 40 feet to their right. If whoever's in that elevator is armed, they have maybe 15 seconds before the doors open and the shooting starts. If they're not armed, they have less time, because race people don't always kill with bullets. Stay behind me, Domenico whispers. The elevator doors slide open. A figure steps out, tall, broad shoulders, moving with the kind of confidence that comes from knowing you're the most dangerous thing in the room. Domenico's hand reaches for the metal stapler on the desk next to him. It's not much, but it's something. And right now, something is all he has. The figure walks toward them, footsteps echoing on polished floors. Closer, closer. Then the emergency lights catch his face. It's not race enforcer. It's not a hitman. It's a courier, young kid, maybe 22, wearing a delivery company vest and holding a thin manila envelope like it's made of glass. Michael Torres? The kid asks, reading from a slip of paper. Domenico doesn't answer. Michael Torres is the alias, the fake identity, the ghost he's been pretending to be. Yeah, he finally says. The courier hands him the envelope. Sign here. Domenico signs. The kid leaves without another word, footsteps fading back toward the elevator. The doors close. The floor goes silent again, except for the rain and Marisol's ragged breathing. Domenico stares at the envelope. No return address, no markings. Just his fake name written in handwriting he doesn't recognize. Open it, Marisol whispers. He does. Inside is a single photograph, printed on glossy paper, high resolution, taken from across the street, zoomed in tight. It's him, entering this building. Tonight, 1 hour ago. Timestamp in the corner, 2:47 a.m. Someone's been watching. Someone knew exactly when he arrived. Someone's tracking his every move. Marisol leans over his shoulder, sees the photo, sees the timestamp, sees the angle. That's from the parking structure, she says, voice barely audible. Across the street, level 3. I park there every night. Domenico's blood turns to ice. If they're watching from there, they can see everything. Every entrance, every exit, every person who comes and goes. His phone vibrates one more time. He doesn't want to look, but he does. The message loads slowly, letter by letter, like whatever's sending it wants him to feel every word. Your real last name is Ardigliani. Can Domenico protect Marisol when the people hunting him already know everything about both of them? The lights die floor by floor. 14th, 13th, 12th. Darkness climbing toward them like a living thing, swallowing the building from below. Emergency systems flicker red, then fade. Within seconds, only the glow from Domenico's phone screen illuminates Marisol's terrified face. That's not normal, she whispers. No, Domenico agrees, already moving toward the window. It's not. He peers through rain-streaked glass down at the street. 43 floors below, the parking structure across the way sits in perfect darkness. Every light extinguished. Every level invisible except for one. Level 3, where a single black SUV idles with its headlights off, engine running, exhaust visible in the cold air. Rafe's signature move. Kill the power. Control the environment. Make prey feel trapped before the hunt begins. Marisol joins him at the window, her reflection pale against the glass. Should I call security? No. The word comes out harder than Domenico intends. Security can't help with this. Then who can? Domenico doesn't answer because the truth, nobody, won't help either of them right now. His burner phone stays silent, but the threat doesn't need more messages. The dead building speaks loud enough. Somewhere below them, metal scrapes against metal. A door forced open. Footsteps echo up through the stairwell. Multiple sets, moving with military precision. Not running, not rushing, taking their time because they know their target has nowhere to go. Marisol hears it too. Her hand grips the window ledge so tight her knuckles turn white. How many floors do we have before they reach us? Domenico counts the footsteps, measures the rhythm, calculates speed. 6, maybe 7 if they stop to clear each level. That's not enough time. No, he admits, it's not. His eyes scan the office. Glass walls, open floor plan, 0 cover, 3 exits, elevator shaft now useless, main stairwell where the footsteps echo closer, and the emergency stairs on the opposite end that probably lead straight into more of Rafe's people. Every tactical advantage belongs to whoever's hunting them. Except one. You know this building better than I do, Domenico says, turning to Marisol. Maintenance access, service corridors, places people don't go. Her eyes widen with understanding. There's a freight elevator on the north side. Janitors use it to move equipment between floors. Does it work without power? Manual override. Hand crank. It's old. Show me. They move fast, staying low, weaving between empty cubicles. The footsteps below grow louder. 5th floor now, maybe 4th. Domenico's mind races through scenarios. Rafe sent professionals, not amateurs. They'll have thermal imaging, communication devices, probably blueprints of the entire building. Running only buys time. It doesn't buy escape, but time is all they need. Marisol leads him through a narrow hallway to a reinforced steel door marked maintenance. Authorized personnel only. She swipes her ID card. Nothing happens. No power means no electronic locks. Damn it, she hisses, pulling on the handle. Locked tight. Domenico examines the door frame. Industrial hinges. Magnetic lock with manual backup. He reaches into his pocket, pulls out the small multi-tool he's carried since his days running operations. Back when preparation meant the difference between walking away and being carried out. 30 seconds. The lock clicks open. They slip inside. The freight elevator shaft yawns before them. Dark, narrow, smelling of machine oil and rust. The elevator car sits 2 floors below, visible only by the faint glow of safety lights that run on battery backup. A hand crank protrudes from the wall, connected to a chain-end pulley system that looks older than Domenico. This thing's safe, he asks. Define safe, Marisol replies, already reaching for the crank. Behind them, the stairwell door on their floor slams open. Voices carry through the darkness. Clipped, professional, coordinating movements. North corridor clear. Check the server room. Copy that. Domenico grabs the crank handle. It resists at first, decades of disuse making the mechanism stiff. He forces it. Metal groans. The elevator car shudders, then begins rising with agonizing slowness. Chain links clink rhythmically as the pulley system engages. Too loud. Way too loud. The voices stop talking. Footsteps change direction, coming toward them. Faster, Marisol whispers, adding her weight to the crank. Together, they force it into a faster rhythm. The elevator climbs. 10 feet below them now. 8, 6. The maintenance door explodes inward. 3 figures fill the doorway, backlit by emergency lighting. Domenico can't see faces, only silhouettes, and the unmistakable shape of suppressed firearms held at low ready. Professional stance. Military bearing. Exactly what he expected. Stop moving. The lead figure commands. Voice flat. Emotionless. The tone of someone who's done this 1,000 times. The elevator car reaches their level. Domenico yanks the gate open, pulls Marisol inside. I said stop. The lead figure raises his weapon. Domenico meets his eyes through the darkness. Recognition flickers. He knows this man, Marcus, one of Rafe's top operators, a former Marine who traded honor for money and proved very good at his new career. They'd worked together once, back when Domenico still commanded respect. Marcus, Domenico says calmly, tell Rafe I'm not coming back. Marcus's finger moves to the trigger. It's not about what you want anymore. The maintenance door across the hall, the one they entered through, slams shut on its pneumatic hinge. Sealed them in. Marcus takes a step forward. His partners spread out, covering angles. Professional, efficient, zero margin for error. Marisol's breathing turns rapid, shallow. Domenico feels her trembling beside him, recognizes the paralysis that comes from confronting violence for the first time. His hand finds hers, squeezes once. Not comfort, just acknowledgement. You're not alone in this. The woman's not part of this, Domenico says. Let her walk. Marcus doesn't even glance at Marisol. She was part of it the moment she stood next to you. That's how this works. You know that. Then you know I'm not going quietly. Yeah. Marcus almost sounds regretful. I know. The radio on Marcus's belt crackles. Static, then a voice. 3 minutes until police response. Wrap it up. 3 minutes. Someone call the cops. Probably building security, noticing the power failure. Not enough time to help, but enough time to complicate Marcus's extraction. Domenico sees the calculation happening behind Marcus's eyes. Kill them both now or risk witnesses. The radio crackles again. We've got movement. West stairwell. Multiple civilians. Marcus curses under his breath. Night shift workers. Other employees. The building coming alive with confusion and fear. Too many potential witnesses. Too much exposure. Fall back. Marcus orders into his radio. Then, to Domenico, this isn't over. I know. The three figures retreat, melting back into shadows, disappearing through the maintenance door with the same precision they'd entered. Within seconds, only silence remains. Marisol sags against the elevator wall. They're gone. For now, Domenico's already moving, pulling the gate closed, engaging the manual descent. They'll regroup, come back with a different approach. The elevator drops slowly, chain links clicking in steady rhythm. Marisol's hands shake as she pulls out her phone, checks for messages. Her face goes even paler. What? Domenico asks. She turns the screen toward him. A text message. Unknown number. Sent 2 minutes ago. A photo of a small apartment complex. Yellow exterior. Second floor balcony with a child's bicycle visible. And standing in the parking lot below, barely visible in the darkness. Another black SUV. That's my building, Marisol whispers. That's where destiny is. Before Domenico can respond, a sound cuts through the elevator shaft from somewhere above them. Not footsteps this time. Voices. Close. Then, penetrating the darkness with perfect clarity, someone speaks his real name. Domenico. The voice is calm, familiar, and coming from directly above their descending elevator car. I know you can hear me. Domenico's blood turns to ice because he recognizes that voice. Not Marcus, not some anonymous operator. This voice belongs to someone he thought he'd never hear again. Someone who should be 3 states away, managing operations, staying invisible. The voice continues, growing louder as their elevator descends past its source. You really thought you could hide in my city? In my building? Rafe. His cousin, the traitor, the man who destroyed everything. Standing somewhere in that shaft, watching them descend, voice echoing off concrete walls with the confidence of someone who's already won. Who would survive the night? The former mafia boss with nothing left to lose, or the single mother who just realized her daughter's life is the collateral? The elevator jerks to a stop between floors. Not mechanical failure. Someone engaged the emergency brake from above. Chain goes taut, metal groans, and the car sways in the darkness like a cage suspended over nothing. Domenico's hand shoots out, steadying Marisol against the wall before she falls. Domenico. Rafe's voice drifts down from somewhere overhead, distorted by the shaft's acoustics. I'm disappointed. 6 weeks, and this is the best you could manage? Night shift data, entry. Domenico says nothing. Words are what Rafe wants. Engagement, emotion, the satisfaction of knowing his cousin is rattled. Silence costs nothing and reveals less. Above them, a door opens. Footsteps on metal grating. Rafe's moving along the catwalk that runs parallel to the shaft, the inspection platform maintenance crews use to service the pulley system. Domenico tracks the sound, measuring distance. 20 feet up, maybe 25. Marisol's eyes are wide in the dim safety lighting. She mouths a question. What do we do? Domenico points down. The shaft extends another 6 floors to the basement level. If they can manually release the brake, restart the descent. Metal scrapes metal. Something heavy drops through the shaft, clanging off the elevator car's roof before disappearing into darkness below. The sound echoes for 3 full seconds before cutting off with a distant crash. That was the hand crank. Rafe calls down, almost cheerful. In case you were planning something stupid, now we can talk properly. Marisol's breathing accelerates toward panic. Domenico recognizes the signs. Shock giving way to terror, logic fracturing under pressure. He touches her shoulder, makes her look at him, keeps his voice low enough that Rafe can't hear. Listen, whatever he says, whatever he threatens, I won't let him hurt you. Do you understand? She nods, but he's not sure she believes it. I mean it, Domenico insists. I've survived worse than this. So will you. Your daughter, Rafe continues, voice casual like he's discussing weather. Destiny, right? Pretty name. 7 years old. Attends Parkview Elementary. Takes the yellow bus, Route 43. Sits in the 4th row because she likes watching birds through the window. Marisol makes a small sound, something between a gasp and a sob. Did your homework? Domenico calls up, keeping his tone flat, unimpressed. Always were thorough with the small details. Small details matter. You taught me that. A pause. Before you got sloppy. Sloppy would have been trusting you in the first place. Rafe laughs, the sound bouncing off concrete walls, multiplying into something almost maniacal. Trust. That's funny coming from you. How many people did you betray to build our empire? How many friends did you sacrifice? But when I do it to you, suddenly it's a moral crisis. I never targeted family. Because you're soft. Always were. That's why I won. That's why I'm up here and you're down there, hiding in an elevator shaft with a janitor. Marisol flinches at the word. Domenico feels her withdraw, the shame of being reduced to her job title cutting deeper than Rafe probably intends. He wants to tell her that her work matters, that dignity isn't defined by income, but there's no time for comfort speeches now. His phone vibrates. Domenico pulls it out carefully, keeping it angled away from any potential surveillance above. A message loads. Unknown number. But the content isn't a threat. It's coordinates. A location 6 blocks away. And a single line of text. Unmarked door. Blue light. Come alone. No signature. No explanation. Domenico's mind races. Could be Rafe's trap. Could be worse. Rival organization sensing opportunity. Looking to claim what's left of the Ardigliani name. Could be. Checking your messages? Rafe calls down. Hoping for a miracle? Nobody's coming, cousin. Marcus has the building surrounded. 6 operators inside for watching the perimeter. Even if you somehow slip past them, where would you go? Back to your stolen apartment? To one of your old safe houses? Oh wait, I own those now. Marisol's phone buzzes. She checks it with trembling hands, then shows Domenico the screen. Another photo. Same apartment complex. But this time the image shows a window, 2nd floor, curtains drawn, light visible through the gap. Destiny's bedroom window, meaning whoever took this photo is standing right outside her home, watching, waiting. Stop, Marisol says, her voice cracking. Please, she's 7. She didn't do anything. I know, Rafe replies, almost gentle. Kids never do. They just pay for their parents' choices. It's tragic, really. Domenico's jaw clenches so hard he tastes blood. This is the line Rafe won't cross. Threatening children to manipulate adults. It's effective, brutal, and exactly the kind of strategy Domenico himself might have used years ago, back before he understood that some tactics cost more than they're worth. What do you want? Domenico asks. There it is. Took you long enough. Footsteps above. Rafe moving along the catwalk, getting closer to the elevator car. I want what you took when you ran. The encrypted files. The offshore account numbers. The client list. 3 weeks before I burned you out, you transferred data to an external drive. Where is it? Domenico almost laughs. You destroyed my entire life over a hard drive. Not just any drive. That information represents everything I built on your foundation. Without those files, my legitimacy collapses. Federal prosecutors start asking questions. Partners get nervous. Competitors smell blood. So you're not invincible after all. Nobody is. That's the game. A pause. Give me the drive, and I'll let you both walk. You disappear for good, never come back, and the kid stays safe. Marisol grabs Domenico's arm. Do you have it? Whatever he wants. Domenico meets her eyes. The truth is complicated. Yes, he has files. Yes, they're leverage. But handing them over doesn't guarantee Rafe keeps his word. It guarantees weakness. Once Rafe has what he needs, loose ends get tied up permanently. How do I know you'll honor the deal? Domenico asks. You don't. That's called trust. Rafe's voice hardens. Something you should have given me before judging every decision I made. The elevator car shudders. Not wind. Not mechanical instability. Someone's climbing down the shaft toward them. Domenico looks up. A figure descends through the darkness, moving hand over hand down the maintenance ladder. Flashlight clipped to their belt, casting wild shadows. Not Rafe. Too small, too agile. Marcus, probably, or another operator. Coming to force the issue. Domenico's options collapse to two. Fight here in a suspended box with nowhere to run, or gamble on mysterious messages coordinates. 6 blocks away. Unmarked door. Blue light. Could be certain death. But certain death is better than probable death with 0 chance. He turns to Marisol. Can you climb? What? The maintenance ladder. Can you climb it? She looks at the shaft walls, at the ladder rungs barely visible in the safety lighting, at the darkness above and below. I don't know. Then you're about to find out. Domenico forces the emergency exit hatch on the elevator car's roof. It resists, rusted shut from decades of neglect. He braces his legs, applies pressure, feels the metal give. The hatch pops open with a groan loud enough to echo through the entire shaft. The descending figure stops climbing. Flashlight beam sweeps across the elevator car's roof. Don't move, a voice commands. Domenico ignores it. He boosts Marisol up through the hatch, hears her gasp as she emerges onto the car's roof, feels her weight shift as she steadies herself. He follows, pulling himself through with arms that remember strength even if they've forgotten luxury. The car sways. Metal cables groan. Below them, far below, the basement level sits in darkness. Above them, Rafe continues talking, unaware they've left the car. And in between, Marcus clings to the ladder, weapon holstered because climbing requires both hands. North ladder, Domenico whispers, pointing to the opposite wall. Move fast. Don't look down. Marisol doesn't argue. She reaches for the ladder, tests the first rung, then commits. Her movements are shaky but determined, muscle memory from some past life where she had to be brave. Domenico follows, staying below her, ready to catch if she falls. They climb. 3 rungs. 5. 7. Marcus realizes what's happening. He drops the last 6 feet to the elevator car's roof, lands hard, recovers instantly. His flashlight beam finds them on the ladder. Stop climbing, he shouts. Now, Domenico keeps moving. Marcus draws his weapon. The shot comes without warning, suppressed but still loud in the enclosed space. The bullet sparks off the ladder 2 inches from Domenico's hand. Not a miss. A message. Marisol screams. Next one goes through your spine, Marcus promises. Domenico stops. So does Marisol, frozen 3 rungs above him. Above them, a door opens. Light spills into the shaft. Actual light, not safety lighting. The maintenance floor, 10 feet overhead. So close. A silhouette appears in the doorway. Not Rafe. Not one of the operators. Someone else. The figure speaks, voice unfamiliar, gender ambiguous in the echo. Marcus. Stand down. Marcus doesn't lower his weapon. This isn't your operation. It is now. Something in the stranger's tone makes Marcus hesitate. Authority. Not the borrowed kind that comes from working for dangerous people. The real kind that comes from being dangerous yourself. The stranger's hand emerges from shadow, holding a phone. Screen visible even from this distance. Check your messages, the stranger says. Marcus does. His expression shifts from confidence to confusion to something close to fear. He lowers his weapon. Climb. The stranger tells Domenico and Marisol. They don't need to be told twice. 10 feet becomes 5. 5 becomes 2. Domenico reaches the maintenance floor first, pulls himself on a solid ground, then reaches back to help Marisol. She collapses against him, shaking so hard her teeth chatter. The stranger steps into the light. Young, maybe 30, sharp features, dressed in black tactical gear with no insignia, no identification. Eyes that have seen too much and forgotten how to look surprised. You have 15 seconds before Marcus ignores whatever I just sent him, the stranger says. Follow me if you want to live. Stay if you prefer bleeding out in front of your new friend. Who are you? Domenico demands. 15 seconds just became 12. Choose. In the shaft behind them, Marcus starts climbing again. Domenico looks at Marisol, sees the question in her eyes. They run. Could the mysterious stranger be salvation, or just another trap waiting to close around them? The maintenance corridor smells like industrial cleaner and desperation. Domenico keeps one hand on Marisol's elbow as they sprint behind the stranger through narrow passages lit by dying fluorescent tubes. Behind them, voices echo. Marcus calling for backup, Rafe demanding answers. The stranger moves fast, never checking if they're following. They descend 2 levels. The air grows colder. Pipes drip condensation onto concrete that hasn't seen maintenance in decades. The stranger stops an unmarked steel door. No handle, just a smooth surface with a small blue LED that pulses once. The door clicks open. Inside, the stranger commands. Domenico hesitates. Every instinct screams trap. Now, or I leave you for Marcus. Marisol's hand tightens on Domenico's arm. He steps through. She follows. Computer servers line 3 walls, equipment humming with expensive efficiency. Multiple monitors display surveillance feeds. Dozens of locations across Chicago. Domenico recognizes Rafe's headquarters, the parking structure, Marisol's apartment building. The stranger closes the door. Heavy bolts slide into place. Sit. Domenico sits. So does Marisol, eyes fixed on a monitor showing her apartment. My daughter is fine, the stranger interrupts. The SUV left 4 minutes ago. Rafe pulled his people back. How do you know that? Because I told him to. The stranger leans against the server rack. I also told Marcus to stand down, and I sent you those coordinates. Domenico studies the stranger's face. You're not one of Rafe's people. Obviously. Then who are you working for? Someone who needs you alive. The stranger pulls out a tablet. Your cousin made noise taking over your operation. Loud noise. The kind that attracts attention from people who prefer Chicago's criminal infrastructure remain stable. Rafe is neither. Domenico's chest tightens. The commission sent you. The stranger's silence confirms it. Marisol looks between them. What commission? People who make sure people like me don't disrupt business. Domenico explains quietly. Rafe broke their rules. Your cousin's aggression created instability, the stranger says. The commission wants him neutralized. Why tell me? Because they want you to do it. The words hang in the air like smoke. Marisol's voice barely rises above a whisper. You want him to kill his own cousin? I want him to reclaim what was stolen and restore order. The stranger's eyes never leave Domenico's face. Rafe needs to stop being a problem. Domenico leans back. The commission doesn't make requests. They make offers that sound like requests but function as commands. What's in it for me? He asks. Besides staying alive, your territory back, your reputation restored, everything he took returned. Clean slate with federal prosecutors. Protected status. And if I refuse? Then Rafe continues until he collapses, taking half the city with him, including the janitor sitting next to you and her daughter. Marisol flinches. Don't threaten her, Domenico says. I'm stating reality. You involved her the moment you let her see your vulnerability. The commission offers her protection, but only if you handle Rafe. How much time? 72 hours. Domenico looks at the monitors, sees Rafe pacing his office, sees Marcus organizing his team, sees Marisol's apartment. Lights off, a sleeping child unaware her life became a bargaining chip. He thinks about Marisol's words. You look like you've been carrying something alone for too long. If I do this, Domenico says slowly, Marisol and her daughter get full protection. New identities if they want. Financial security. Medical coverage. Everything. Agreed. Guarantees in writing. Legally binding. The stranger types quickly. Done. Documents within the hour. Domenico turns to Marisol. Her face is pale, exhausted, streaked with tears. I need to know you're okay with this, he says quietly. With you going after the man who threatened my daughter? She reaches out, takes his hand. You told me you wouldn't let him hurt me. I believed you then. I believe you now. Do what you have to do. But don't forget why you're fighting. Domenico's throat tightens. He nods. The stranger checks their watch. Marcus will breach this level in 6 minutes. There's a tunnel system leading to a car 2 blocks north. Keys under the seat. Go to the address I'm sending. Safe house. Untraceable. And then you plan. Remember who you were before Rafe made you forget. The stranger moves to the door. The commission isn't asking you to be a hero. Rafe is the problem. Solve him. The door opens. Domenico stands, pulls Marisol to her feet. They step into the corridor. Domenico. He turns. Your cousin thinks he won because he took everything you built. He's wrong. He only took things. You still have what matters, the ability to rebuild. The door closes. Domenico and Marisol stand alone in the darkness. 2 blocks north, Domenico says. They run. The tunnel system opens before them. Concrete passages beneath the city. Domenico leads the way, memory returning with each step. He'd helped design these routes years ago. They emerge 2 blocks north. The car sits under a broken streetlight. Domenico starts the engine. What happens now? Marisol asks. Domenico pulls onto the empty street, rain still hammering the windshield. Now, he says quietly, we stop running. His phone buzzes. The address arrives. Below that, one message. Remember, 72 hours. Make them count. Marisol watches the city blur past. Are you scared? Domenico considers lying. Instead, he tells the truth. Terrified. She nods. Good. That means you still remember what you're fighting for. Would 72 hours be enough time for a fallen strategist to dismantle the empire his betrayer built? Or would Rafe's paranoia crush them both before the real war even began? The bullet punctures the windshield 3 inches from Domenico's head. Glass explodes inward. Marisol screams. The car swerves hard right, tires shrieking against wet pavement. Domenico fights the wheel, eyes scanning mirrors for the shooter. Black motorcycle. No plates. Rider dressed in tactical gear. Another shot. Back window shatters. Get down. Domenico shouts. Marisol drops below the dashboard. Domenico floors the accelerator. The engine roars. They blast through a red light, horns blaring around them. The motorcycle stays close, weaving between traffic like water through cracks. Third shot hits the driver's side mirror. Metal and glass spray across the street. Domenico's mind calculates distances, angles, escape routes. The safe house address glows on his phone screen, 4 miles northeast. Might as well be 400 with a professional assassin on their tail. Who is that? Marisol's voice shakes. Someone who doesn't work for Rafe. Domenico yanks the wheel left, cutting through a parking lot. The motorcycle follows. This is someone else. The phone buzzes. Unknown number. Domenico risks a glance. Message loads. The commission changed their mind. His blood turns to ice. The stranger who saved them. The deal. The 72 hours. All eyes. They never wanted him to handle Rafe. They wanted him exposed, vulnerable, easy to eliminate. 4-shot punches through the trunk. Domenico spots an alley ahead. Narrow, barely wide enough for the car. He aims for it, praying the motorcycle can't follow. They plunge into darkness. Brick walls blur past on both sides. The alley ends at a chain-link fence. Domenico doesn't slow down. Metal screams. The fence tears away. They burst onto another street. The motorcycle emerges behind them, relentless. Marisol pulls herself up, looks back. He's still coming. I know. The phone buzzes again. New message. Both of you. No witnesses. Would they survive the next 60 seconds? Or had trusting the stranger already sealed their fate? Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what happens next. Drop your thoughts in the comments below and inspire others with your story. Domenico spots the construction site half a block ahead. Orange barriers, heavy equipment, no workers at 4 in the morning. He cranks the wheel hard, aiming for the gap between two cement mixers. The car fishtails, crashes through a wooden barrier, slides across gravel. The motorcycle hesitates at the entrance. Out, Domenico commands. Now, they abandon the car, sprint toward a half-finished building. Steel beams rise into darkness. No walls, no roof, just skeletal framework and exposed floors. Marisol stumbles. Domenico catches her arm, keeps her moving. Behind them, the motorcycle engine cuts off. Footsteps on gravel. Slow, confident. The assassin isn't rushing because they know their targets have nowhere to go. Domenico pulls Marisol behind a concrete pillar. His breathing comes hard. No weapon, no backup, just instinct and desperation. We can't outrun them, Marisol whispers. No, Domenico agrees. So we don't run. He scans the construction site. Piles of rebar, stacks of plywood, a welding station with tanks. His mind shifts into combat mode. Everything becomes a weapon if you're desperate enough. The assassin appears at the building's entrance. Weapon raised, moving with precision, checking corners. Professional. Domenico picks up a piece of rebar. Heavy, solid, better than nothing. The assassin climbs to the second floor. Moonlight through exposed beams creates shadows that shift and dance. Perfect cover, perfect chaos. Domenico signals Marisol, stay quiet, stay low. She nods, terror written across her face. The assassin moves closer. 10 feet, 8, weapon sweeping left to right. Domenico waits. Timing matters more than strength. He learned that years ago, back when survival meant reading moments before they happened. The assassin passes their position. Domenico swings the rebar. It connects with the assassin's wrist. Bone cracks. The weapon clatters across concrete. The assassin spins, fast despite the injury, lands a kick to Domenico's ribs that drives air from his lungs. They crash together, rolling, punching, desperate. Marisol grabs the fallen weapon. Stop! She shouts. Stop or I'll shoot. The assassin freezes. So does Domenico. Marisol's hands shake so badly the weapon trembles. But she holds it, finger near the trigger, eyes determined despite the fear. The assassin laughs. You won't. Try me, Marisol says. Could a janitor who'd never held a weapon before pull the trigger to save the man who'd promised to protect her daughter? Subscribe and turn on notifications for the next chapter. Share your thoughts below and inspire others with your courage. The assassin moves. Marisol pulls the trigger. Nothing happens. Safety engaged. The assassin lunges. Domenico tackles them mid-leap. They hit the ground hard. The assassin's helmet cracks against concrete. Domenico pins them, forearm across their throat, applying pressure until the struggling stops. Unconscious, not dead, but out. Domenico rolls off, gasping. His ribs scream. Blood runs from a cut above his eye. Everything hurts. Marisol drops the weapon, hands still shaking. I couldn't, I tried to. It's okay, Domenico says. You did enough. He pulls off the assassin's helmet. Young face, maybe 25. Features he doesn't recognize. No tattoos, no identifying marks. Professional contractor, probably hired through encrypted channels. Domenico searches pockets. Finds a phone, checks messages. One contact, one instruction, eliminate both targets. Confirmation payment on completion. Sender, unknown. But the payment account number looks familiar. Domenico's memory clicks. He's seen that routing structure before. The commission uses numbered accounts, but each has a signature pattern based on which member authorizes the payment. This one belongs to someone specific. His chest tightens. Not the stranger who saved them. Someone higher up. Someone who wanted them dead before Domenico could choose whether to go after Rafe. What does it mean? Marisol asks, reading over his shoulder. It means the commission isn't united. Domenico stands slowly, testing his ribs. Someone wants me dead. Someone else wants me alive. We walked into a civil war. His phone buzzes. The stranger's number. Message. Are you alive? Domenico types. Barely. You sent an assassin? Response comes immediately. Not me. My opposition. Meet at the original address. 20 minutes. Come armed. Marisol reads the exchange. Can we trust them? Does it matter? Domenico pockets the phone. We're dead either way, without allies. They leave the construction site. The city wakes around them. Delivery trucks, early commuters, a world that keeps spinning while there's collapses. Domenico flags a cab, gives an address 2 blocks from the safe house. They walk the rest. The building looks abandoned. Broken windows, graffiti, but the door opens when Domenico knocks twice. The stranger waits inside. Different clothes. Same deadly calm. You survived, the stranger says. Good. Your people try to kill us. Not my people. My rival's people. The stranger gestures to a table covered with weapons. Choose what you need. We have 17 hours before Rafe realizes you're still breathing. Domenico selects a handgun. Checks the magazine. Fully loaded. Why help us, he asks. Because chaos serves no one. Rafe needs to fall. You're the best option to make that happen. My rival disagrees. They want traditional solutions. Bombs, bullets, terror. I prefer precision. Marisol sits in the corner, exhausted. What happens to my daughter while you people play your games? She's protected. 8 operatives watching her building. My operatives, not my rivals. How do I know that's true? The stranger shows their phone. Live feed. Marisol's apartment. Her mother visible through a window, holding Destiny, both safe. Marisol's shoulders sag with relief. 17 hours, the stranger repeats. Rafe's hosting a meeting tomorrow night. Every lieutenant he trusts will be there. You show up uninvited, you reclaim everything. Or you die trying. Domenico weighs the weapon in his hand. And if I succeed, then you become what you once were. What Chicago needs you to be. Would one final confrontation restore what was stolen? Or would walking into Rafe's stronghold be the last mistake Domenico ever made? Subscribe and turn on notifications. Comment below with your thoughts. Share this story and inspire others to never give up. Rafe's building stands 20 stories tall, all glass and steel arrogance. Domenico watches from across the street. Beside him, Marisol checks her phone for the 100th time. Still showing Destiny safe at home. Still showing the operatives watching. You don't have to be here, Domenico says quietly. Yes, I do. Marisol's voice steadies. He threatened my daughter. I need to see this end. The stranger provided them with security codes, floor plans, guard rotations. Everything needed to infiltrate. But plans collapse the moment reality interferes. Domenico knows this. He's watched perfect strategies crumble because someone coughed at the wrong time. They cross the street at 8:40 p.m. Domenico wears a stolen security uniform. Marisol carries a cleaning cart. Just 2 more invisible workers in a building that never sleeps. The lobby guard barely glances at their IDs. They take the service elevator to 19. The meeting happens on 20, but direct access triggers alarms. They'll climb the emergency stairs. The elevator opens. Empty corridor. Fluorescent lights humming. Marisol pushes the cart. Domenico walks beside her. Everything normal. Everything routine. They reach the stairwell. Start climbing. At the landing, Domenico hears voices above. Guards. 2 of them. Positioned outside the stairwell door on 20. He signals Marisol, wait here. She shakes her head, points to the cart. Inside, hidden under cleaning supplies, 2 sets of zip ties, a taser the stranger provided. Domenico's chest tightens. She planned this. This woman who couldn't pull a trigger yesterday now came prepared for violence. They continue up together. Domenico opens the door slowly. The guards turn. He rushes the first one, drives him against the wall. Marisol hits the second with the taser. Both guards drop. Domenico zip ties their hands, gags them with torn cloth. Done in 18 seconds. The conference room sits at the corridor's end. Voices carry through the heavy door. Rafe's voice, loud and confident, describing expansion plans. 8 other voices responding, agreeing, laughing. Domenico checks the weapon. Full magazine. One chance. Marisol touches his arm. Whatever happens, thank you. For protecting us. For caring when nobody else would. Domenico nods. Words feel inadequate. He opens the door. 9 faces turn toward him. Rafe sits at the head of the table. His expression shifts from surprise to recognition to rage in 2 seconds. Hello, cousin, Domenico says calmly. We need to talk. Rafe's hand moves toward his waistband. I wouldn't, Domenico warns. I've got 8 rounds. You got 8 people. Math works in my favor. The room freezes. Rafe leans back slowly. You really are stupid enough to walk in here. Stupidity would have been staying hidden. Domenico steps inside. Marisol follows, closes the door. You took everything from me, but you forgot one thing. What's that? I built this empire. I know every weak point, every betrayal you're planning, every secret your lieutenants keep. Domenico's eyes scan the table, including which 3 are already talking to federal prosecutors. Faces shift, eyes dart, suspicion blooms. He's lying, Rafe snaps. Am I? Domenico pulls out a phone, shows a screen. Marcus, Tony, Deshawn. All cooperating, all naming you specifically. I wonder why they do that. Silence. Because you rule through fear, Domenico continues. And fear only works until someone scarier comes along. The commission authorized me to dismantle your operation. They're done with your instability. Rafe's jaw clenches. The commission doesn't negotiate with dead men. Then why am I still breathing? The question hangs like smoke. Rafe stands slowly. This doesn't end with you walking out. No, Domenico agrees. It ends with you choosing, step down voluntarily, or I prove to everyone here that you're weaker than the cousin you betrayed. You won't shoot me. Try me. They stare at each other. Years of history, blood, betrayal, everything that was and everything that died. Rafe's hand moves, fast, reaching for his weapon. Domenico fires first. The shot echoes. Rafe stumbles backward. Not fatal. Shoulder wound. But enough. Enough to show everyone watching that Domenico meant every word. Enough to prove who really holds power. Rafe collapses into his chair. Blood spreads across his expensive shirt. Anyone else? Domenico asks the room. Nobody moves. Good. Here's what happens next. You all work for me now. Rafe's gone. The commission approved the transition. Refuse and you join him. Marcus, sitting 3 chairs down, slowly raises both hands. I'm in. One by one, the others follow. Domenico lowers the weapon. Meeting adjourned. They file out. Quickly, quietly, leaving Rafe bleeding and alone. Marisol stares at the scene. Is it over? Almost. Domenico approaches Rafe. Kneels beside him. You taught me something important, cousin. Power isn't about who you destroy. It's about who you rebuild. Rafe coughs. You think you won? I think I survived. That's enough. Sirens wail in the distance. Someone called the police. Probably the stranger, ensuring everything gets documented correctly. Domenico and Marisol leave through the emergency exit. Down 19 flights. Out a side door. Into the night. The stranger waits across the street. Nods once. Domenico nods back. His phone buzzes. Final message from the commission. Contract fulfilled. Welcome back. Would rebuilding his empire cost him the humanity he'd finally rediscovered? Or had facing his cousin taught him how to lead with something stronger than fear? Subscribe and turn on notifications for the conclusion. Comment your thoughts below. Share this story and inspire others who feel lost. 3 weeks later, Domenico stands at his old office. Not the underground room, not the stolen apartment. His actual office. Restored, reclaimed. The view overlooks Chicago, city lights spreading like constellations below. Behind him, the door opens. Marisol enters carrying coffee. She wears professional clothes now. No janitor uniform. No fear in her eyes. The Henderson contract came through, she reports. Signed this morning. Good. Domenico takes the coffee. And Destiny? Happy. Safe. starting her new school next week. Marisol sits across from him. She asked about you again. Wants to know when you're visiting. Domenico smiles. This weekend. I promised to teach her chess. She'll cheat. I'm counting on it. They sit in comfortable silence. 3 weeks since the confrontation. 3 weeks of rebuilding. The commission kept their promises. Federal prosecutors backed off. Territory returned. Respect restored. But something changed. Domenico runs his empire differently now. Fewer threats. More negotiations. Protection instead of exploitation. The people who work for him know their families stay safe. Know their loyalty earns actual loyalty in return. Marcus knocks on the door. Boss, the meeting with the Northside crew starts in 10. I'll be there. Domenico stands. Adjusts his tie. Same $1,000 suits he wore before. But they feel different now. Marisol touches his arm. You okay? Better than okay. He means it. Thank you for seeing me when I couldn't see myself. You would have done the same. Maybe, but you did it first. They walk to the conference room together. The empire hums around them. Phones ringing, deals closing, money flowing, everything rebuilt from ashes. But different, better, because Domenico learned what Rafe never understood. Power built on fear crumbles. Power built on respect endures. That evening, Domenico visits Marisol's apartment. Destiny runs to him, jumps in his arms. She shows him drawings from school, stories about new friends, dreams about being a doctor someday. Marisol watches from the kitchen, smiling. Later, after Destiny falls asleep, they sit on the balcony. The city stretches below. The same city Domenico once controlled through violence. Now he protects it through strategy. Rafe survived, Marisol says quietly. I heard he's in witness protection, testifying against his own people. I know. Domenico sips his drink. The commission arranged it. Better to use him than eliminate him. You could have killed him. Yes. Why didn't you? Domenico considers the question. Because killing him would have made me exactly what he accused me of being. Sometimes survival means choosing who you become, not just staying alive. Marisol nods. Think he'll come back? Maybe. Probably. Men like Rafe don't stay gone. Domenico meets her eyes. But men like me don't run anymore either. His phone stays silent. No threats. No unknown numbers. Just messages from legitimate contacts. Business. Family. Life. The rain starts again. Gentle this time. Not bullets against windows. Just water finding its way home. Stay for dinner? Marisol asks. I like that. They go inside. The apartment smells like cooking and safety. Destiny's drawings cover the refrigerator. A child's laughter echoes from the bedroom where she talks in her sleep. Domenico realizes something fundamental. He spent years building an empire on fear. Lost everything when betrayal came. Found himself again because one person saw his humanity when he'd forgotten it existed. The empire still stands, but now it protects instead of consumes. Now it builds instead of destroys. Now Domenico Arliani finally understands what power truly means. Not how much you can take, but how much you can give while staying strong enough to defend what matters. He looks at Marisol. She smiles. Everything that was stolen came back. But what he found along the way, connection, purpose, humanity, that was never taken. Just buried, waiting for someone to remind him it existed. The city lights glow through the window. Chicago breathes, lives, survives. So does he. Finally, thank you for following this journey. Subscribe and turn on notifications for more stories that inspire. Comment below with your thoughts and share how this story moved you. Your words might inspire someone who needs to hear them. Together, we build something stronger than fear, hope,